No, that's fine.
So you know how.
Let's see how everybody is on.
Sorry.
No, I'll set that on. Set that on Bella. Set that on there.
Ain't no money in it.
That ain't the point. That ain't the point. If I have money in.
20. You might want to tilt your camera here because you're not in the angle. I mean, you're not in the shot.
He said, "What up? I gotta get in there."
I'm in there.
Alright, so
That's why I sat on the end so you could be in here.
It could just be the voice of Twan tonight. The voice of Twan.
All right, the voice of Twan. They know where I'm at. This is how we get down. It is what it is.
Alright.
First of all I seen was titties when you pulled your laptop open. Let me follow her Instagram. I'm not giving it a shout out, but I might follow her. That is some titty. Wow.
There, I like it.
You liked it too, yeah.
That's not even her. That's what's her face.
I don't care who that is. Send that to the group chat.
Send it to the group chat. No, that's the chick that do the skits. Her and Persephone got a couple of skits together.
Both of them got titties. That is a goddess name.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Why did
That's not God given. That's not God given.
That looks like it's God given.
That was God
That was
given.
God given.
That was God given. But I don't know what the name is.
What time is it? It's 8:04, nigga. We late. We ain't even started intro or nothing here.
No, we start off. Talk shit a little bit.
I know, just a little bit. Hold on, guys. We're gonna get started soon.
We're here. We're here. I'm here. Hello.
I'm just trying to share first before, you know. I'm just trying to share. That's all. I'm gonna even put it on my X page. I'm talking about Twitter, guys, not my ex.
Which is hey.
I think my ex unfriended me. We're not
Greetings
friends.
and
Oh wow,
salutations.
how you doing, man? Somebody that made it to the city, they was slick.
You know what's super funny is so Diva did the promo. She was like, "Come out to Lab 15. I don't know where it is. Don't ask me. Google it."
All it takes is Google.
I was sitting there, she was on the boat, like promoted, but not. But like,
yeah, that's all I said.
Don't
Weren't
look
you
at
just on a boat? Like, hold up.
she was sitting there, was like, "I'm here, you're here, we're here. Look at me, look at the thing. It's added at the bottom." It's at the bottom. If you're in Philly, pull up. Don't be weird.
Pull up your pants. Don't have to other people.
All right, we good there. We good here. Let's get it popping.
Is we ready?
We ready?
So let's go. Let's pop it off. Funny. Your turn.
Yay! Twine's turn. All right, I'm 22 times. 1/3 of the More You Can Handle podcast. First, we want to definitely thank our sponsor, Misunderstood. Look at it. Yeah. Thick ass t-shirts built for any weather. Get your shoulder game up.
I am JT the comedian. Yo, this shit do feel good. That package is heavy as shit. But JT the comedian, also known as one of the male exotic entertainer, Mr. Stripper Still Your Girl, but I make her laugh first.
And of course, if you don't know now, you know, it's your boy RC, voted most likely to turn your girl upside down, blow in a coot box, and play it like bagpipes.
This is your guest. Man, introduce yourself. Let's go.
Oh, okay. My name is Just Jazz, and I am a life and career coach.
All right. So, first question is going to be, how does one get into that line of work?
Personally, you have to have like that already in you.
Okay.
Like you can go get as many certifications and degrees as you want, but honestly, that should come with like inside your soul to want to help people move forward in their lives.
Mm-hmm.
So if you kind of had that feeling already, you're probably on your way to being a life coach, and it's up to you to choose to go to school for that. But yeah, it was already in me to help, and I've always been on that, trying to better your life. And let's talk about where you want to be in life with my friends and family. And I just took the step to give me a degree in English and couple of life coach certifications.
All right. Anybody else got?
Okay, so
Go ahead.
I say my turn. Me. So within your job as a life coach, right? I always ask people this: do you really enjoy your job, or is it more of a calling and something that's like your purpose?
It's both.
Okay.
I enjoy it, but it's like for years I thought I was a bad friend. Let me tell you why. Because if you tell me, Jazz, I want to lose 15 pounds, I'm like, why you at Burger King? Why you at KFC? Why you? Because you told me you want to lose 15 pounds. What we gonna do to get you to them 15 pounds? So I've always done that. I've always been that because I'm trying to sign people for life coaching and ask though, right? They just telling me,
Right.
But it's like I want to get paid to help you get where you're going. So you tell me your goal, I'll be your life support, your cheerleader. We're gonna get where you're trying to go.
Do you believe that everybody deserves? Most people, I won't say everybody, but most people need a life coach.
No,
Okay.
some people have life coaching systems already set up. Maybe you got an auntie, maybe you got a dad, maybe you got a church family that's already giving you that, already pushing you for it, already holding you accountable to your goals. Not everybody has that. And for people who don't have that, I'm the one for you. I got you.
Okay.
So how long have you been left?
I've been certified for almost a year.
Okay.
I had my English degree for about 3 years. But in life, I've always been about purpose and calling and accomplishing goals.
So what's some advice you would give as a life coach, entertainers? Not just comedians, but overall as an entertainer.
Okay, so let me switch it for you. Life coaching, I could give you a life coach, but that's about your life. I do career coaching too.
Okay.
So career coaching is about where you want to be in life and how many steps you want to take to get there. For example, let me ask you a question. What's your idea of success?
Idea of success?
60 seconds. Go.
Making good money,
Okay.
being booked regularly, not
Okay.
just weekly, and just doing good for my family and friends.
Okay. So making good money. What's good money?
Good money. It all depends on. I guess good money would be a good 6-figure income.
Okay. Good 6-figure income. At 6 figures, where does that start at? Is that next year's goal? Is that 2 years goal? Is that 5 years goal?
In entertainment, I'm gonna say at least 2 years for myself.
2 years. Okay. So then you break that down to monthly. And then what do you need to do to get to that level? So it's like for entertainers, it's like, okay, you want to know where you want to be like money wise, but also where you want to be impact wise, because they got to add up together. So it's like y'all doing y'all did jokes with quotes. I loved it. Then y'all doing y'all more than you can handle podcast, right?
Oh, yeah, shout out to Jokes and Quotes, the start of it all.
For
Definitely.
sure.
Most definitely.
And then you bring all that up together. You got sponsorship already. You're already on the right path. And it's about trajectory and how you want to get there and how fast you want to get there. So as far as life coaching, I can coach your life, but to me, you want to coach your career. I'm here for that as well.
Okay. I felt like it was like one and the same. I'm gonna coach your life and your career. I thought it all went together.
Well,
They go together, but here's the thing, right? Some people can't let their life happen because their career is happening. And some people have the reverse. So if you had a messy home life, then we would fix that so we can fix your career. If your career is already on tap, but you need to figure out how to balance your career and your home life, then we would fix that. So we figure out what is really holding you back from accomplishing your goals. Maybe it's your time. Maybe it's your thought process of what a husband or a father should be. It's a lot of different things. So you can coach both of them, of course, but some people don't need both.
Okay.
It's funny you say about your home life being the basis for everything else. Because what's that scene from what's that movie, Limitless?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the guy takes the pill, and the first thing he does is clean his house. He cleans his apartment because he just feels as though because of the clutter, you can't really think because you're always worried about the different messes you got to take care of all at once.
For sure.
So yeah,
I felt that.
it's dope
That
though
in here.
because it definitely, especially with the career lessons, I would have to say for a lot of people, because a lot of people think, okay, I made it to this point,
I need to sacrifice and do this. And unfortunately, you see it now. A lot of people who took shortcuts, unfortunately, because they wanted to be famous or this is what they thought they had to do, it's now catching up to them. So a lot of, unfortunately, we're going to talk about Diddy for just a second.
Okay.
Just a second.
Didn't work.
Just a second. Unfortunately, you understand the entertainment business is ruthless.
Right.
So a lot of people think that, okay, well, this is what is to be paying dues. But if you were their coach and then they were in a situation like that, or before they got into a situation like that, how would you coach them on how to survive within the entertainment business?
So for me, it's like this, right? Whatever your purpose is in life, this is how I truly feel. That's from God. So Diddy can try to stop you and slow you down, but that's from God. So that's always going to be moving forward. Now, Diddy, what he does is he try to move it faster for you.
Right.
So you come to this weird party, I can get you in quicker.
I can introduce you to the dead word.
For sure. But who is that coming from? Is that godly or is that probably from the down elevator? And at the same time, it's like, whatever's supposed to be for you ain't gonna miss you. So you don't need Diddy. You don't need the Weinsteins. You don't need that. And they can get you there faster, but who are you in bed with really? Not just Diddy.
Right.
You visiting that guy downstairs.
Fire in the basement, as we say.
For sure. Express down elevator. And that's not what you want. Your calling from God is unstoppable. And that's what I'm trying to help you find. So if you're supposed to be a comedian, a singer, anything you're supposed to be in this industry, you're going to be that regardless. You just got to keep pushing through the bullshit to get there. And don't take no shortcuts. Because that's a test. God going to test you. You want to holler at Diddy? You see how it, like you said, came to pass.
People now, going crazy now.
Now, I hear Diddy telling.
He's telling everybody now.
So it's like, was it really worth it?
He basically Nino Brown.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
I mean, he's from New York. That might be my cousin. Damn it.
All right, so one of the questions, and I'm not sure if you answered, what made you decide to be a life coach?
I feel like it was always in me, right? When I was a kid, I saw, I know about a cave bird sense.
Okay.
And that was like 7th grade. They teach you that, right? And I started seeing Maya Angelou and thinking, I gotta figure out how to be that. How to get on stage. Now, I thought I wanted to do poetry. That's how I ended up with the poetry. That's how I ended up with the English degree. But it turns out more and more, I don't want to be Maya Angelou. I want to be Lisa Nichols, my Van Zandt. I want to be somebody else. But that was the goal at first, and that's how God teaches you. Like He tells you, like, go in this road. You don't really know why, and then as you go down that road, you figure out
Start to see
the how.
Okay.
I've always wanted to be that in some way.
So that's always a question that's been asked to us, the why. You know what I mean? It's always asked, why? Why do you do it? I mean, who are you? Those are questions that have been asked to us as entertainers. I'm pretty sure you got asked that. I know you got asked that.
We both got asked that.
Yeah.
I got asked that. I'll lead to this question of why. Now that we're on the subject of why, how old do you think that you should ask somebody their why?
You can teach a why for a child. We like to ask kids, what do you want to be? We should ask kids, why do you want to be? In the sense of like, you ask your child when they're a little kid, what do you want to do to help this society? Not what do you want to be? What do you want to do to help the society? And then see what that conversation goes. Because if you want to help the society by teaching children, then maybe you want to be a teacher. You want to help the society by stopping fires, maybe you want to be a firefighter. But not the job. What gives you passion? And kids are good for telling you their passions, even if it's silly. Like they'll tell you how they feel about some stuff.
I love pasta.
Right. And maybe that's your chef. And maybe that's your food critic. Like you never know where that's going. But you like to let your kids do what they're doing. But when my kids was little, my daughter thought she wanted to be in dance, right? Put her in dance, she don't know none of the steps. She just up there looking cute. Okay. Failure. We get to failure because I'm like, you gotta twirl. And she just up there. So
being cute.
That's you supposed to spin. They spinning. So then we go to cheerleading. She don't know none of the steps again. Turns out she just wanted the outfits. And my daughter did modeling. She just wanted the outfits.
Okay.
So
I see how that.
She didn't know how to explain it. I just want pretty clothes. Now my daughter her first show next month.
That's good. That's good.
Yes, God damn it, the why. The why just sneaking on. I only asked that because my parents asked me. I'll never forget. We were at breakfast. I was 12. A lot of things happened at 12.
Wasn't that long ago, bro?
I'm 31.
Fourth decade over here. Fourth decades in. I'm just
That's fair. That's fair. Okay. Got some years on me. Baby face with a beard. But my parents asked me at a breakfast table, they say, "Who are you?" Now, that's a very complex question to ask a child, but also, I think since my parents asked me that question at such a young age, when my body's going through puberty and my mind is changing, body chemistry, whatnot, everything's changing. I think it was as an adult, I can understand why they asked me that question, because it's like if they didn't get me on that path of who am I would have just let anybody decide who I was as a person.
Thanks.
You know what's funny about that? You said your parents asked you that. I told my mom when I was young I wanted to be G.I. Joe.
That's hilarious.
And I actually-
happen.
I did. I didn't even realize that. Like, wait. And the crazy thing is, I think it was season 2 of G.I. Joe. They actually sung the ring hymn.
Oh wow!
I was like, yo, this is ridiculous. That's how stuff just comes full circle and you don't even realize it.
For sure. So that's God. You see what I'm saying?
How about you, RC?
Oh no, my folks asked me who I was. I was like, I'm the shit. Y'all just gas. But no, I was one of those kids that wanted to be a race car driver. I wanted to be an astronaut. I wanted to be a police officer. I wanted to be everything. And
Before you say anything else, we're not getting back in the car with them today. Damn, race car driver.
But no, and I found out that's what made me want to become an actor. Because as an actor, I can be a race car driver. I can be a policeman. I can be an astronaut. I could be G.I. Joe. Different way of looking at it.
Roadblock.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what made me realize how much I enjoyed acting. I enjoyed being on a set. Just even if we were shooting for 15 minutes, but you're standing around for another hour, 2 hours, and it's like, all right, back to one. Just the terminology, just being around is like, I feel comfortable. Like I seen other people just sitting on the set like, oh my God, when this gonna be over? I'm like, I'm not ready for this to be over. I'm ready to get back on the camera again. And so that's where I noticed that from being different things. Like you could ask me probably around his age, each month it might have been a different answer.
Right.
And so when I was around, I want to say maybe 18, 19, when I first took acting classes and I got exposed to it, and I was like, you know what? This is what I want to do. And then I just happened to find out, oh, you can't be in this movie because you're forever amounts of tall. We only need people this tall. Or you can't be on our show because you're taller than the star, and the star doesn't want anyone over 6'2". Weird shit like that. And so I said, it's time for me to make my own way.
You know, it's showing up to a set and you not being what they expect. It's hilarious. Because I showed up to that one set, and it was like, you're a lot bigger than I thought. I said, did you not see my height and weight? We got to put a coat on you, make you look a little smaller. It was like, because the part you're playing, the guy's not that big.
It's not my fault.
They put this little big coat on me. I was like, I still got muscles.
A little big coop.
I still got muscles.
What's a little big coop?
I guess it was like a 3X wide.
Yeah, I got what you said.
I was like,
They try to make you look obese.
but they try to make me look smaller because they was like,
Versus the
realize it's
person,
gonna be like
yeah.
this. But I don't feel that way when I walk around. People just like, no, nigga, you big. Whatever. Like,
Wide body.
Yeah.
Happens.
Remember, Michael Carter told him he looked like an Oldsmobile.
No, he said the
like a box
a Buick grill.
A Buick grill, that's the one.
He was like, you're not supposed to be funny. You intimidate people.
Yeah.
I'm like,
He was sitting, was like, God don't give it with both hands. that's what he meant. It's like, God don't give it with both hands. You can nah. You can't have muscles and be funny. Nah, that's not fair.
it works for me. I don't know what to say. It works for me.
Another question someone had, is a life coach almost like a therapist?
That's a good question. A life coach helps you in the present and to move forward.
Okay.
A therapist talks to you about your traumas and tries to fix your past to move forward.
Okay.
like mentally, but not. I'm going to help you to your goals. I'm not going to talk about your weird uncle.
Drama.
Like, I don't have it.
She said,
You paid for the wrong service.
I had to wear it, uncle, but I didn't need therapy for that.
I mean, it's weird because at some point I think between a life coach and a therapist for that, I think people just want people to talk to at the end of the day.
For sure.
And,
Sure.
you know, as long as you're helping them, whatever you're doing, people want to pay you, I think, to do it. Because people, I think people are more likely to open up to strangers than it is to like people they know.
And that's
It's
sad.
easier.
That's
That's
sad.
easier because there's no
They-
judgment. You
That's
can
the
walk
part
away
they
from
worry
that.
about, the judgment.
Right.
It's like I was asking for help before, and it was like, why you don't ask people you know? I don't want to get told no about somebody I know.
And you don't want to bias opinions sometimes.
And I say that all the time. I'll be like, I can't take an opinion of someone who knows me
Mhm.
because no matter what, if you like me or you don't like me, it's always gonna be a biased opinion.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm saying, bro, like when I was a crossing guard, probably the worst part of my job, because I couldn't move for 2 hours. People would just stand near me and just talk to me about their problems.
That's hilarious.
I
I
did
do
not.
see the crossing guard talking a lot, and I just thought they was parents, but they might
No,
not.
it's just people talking about their problems. It's just people talking about their problems. One lady just kept talking about her depression, and then she just left me there for the next hour and a half.
She just dumped all of that on you. Just like, he was just sitting there waiting for the kids to get out of school. Like, I am so sad right now. Oh my God.
She was 70 years old talking about her boyfriend problems. I'm like, you shouldn't have this anymore.
Yes, I'm-
He's like, yeah, he just be borrowing my car. I was like,
She must have had a young dude.
I was about to say, is he?
no, he was
72?
older. He was older. He was the same age as her. I don't understand.
What's his name, Sam?
That's
Sam.
right.
I don't know what happened, but I think that's why the confusion of the two is just people wanting to talk to people and not knowing how to ask for help. So they take whatever help in whatever capacity they can. So, unfortunately, it conflicts with your job because, you want the money, but also you want to help people because partly I would assume that's why you got into it. And you want to help, but at the same time, it's like, I ain't that type of help.
Yeah.
That type of help.
For sure. If you come to me and I feel like you need therapy, I'm gonna tell you that. I'm not gonna take your money. I'm gonna point you in the right direction because I've been to therapy. I was in therapy for 3 years, once a week. Like that's significant time and money.
Yes.
And when I tell you,
52 times 3. Yeah, that's a lot.
that's a lot. And that was the best thing I could ever did for
156.
myself.
156 days. That's a lot.
I'm telling you, and the copay was real. So I mean, but
Then they're watching the clock like,
They
save
offered
that
me
for
free
next time.
therapy, so I'm like, do I want to go there?
I mean, but my therapist, I kind of embodied what she taught me and how I felt about her because I felt like she was young, like I was young. I didn't want nobody too far removed from where I was at. She was young and black. She was a female, you know what I'm saying? So it was like sometimes certain professions don't have us. And who wants to, no shade, but who wants to talk to somebody who you think might not been through what you've been through?
Right.
So I hope that me being young and black, and I lived in the hood my entire life, still do, kind of quiet as kept, you know what I mean? So like I can gel with the feelings you might have and how there are roadblocks that certain people don't see. If you're not from this, you might not see those roadblocks.
You can't relate to this.
Oh, the 2-parent household?
Yeah, you
And I also grew up in ghetto. It's fine. It's
So
fine.
while we're talking, let's talk about
For
what
sure.
we have here.
So this is actually a free book. This is, now it won't come like this because, I pay money for this, but it'll come as a PDF. It is free, but it's the beginning to find out if you're my right fit client. So if you go through this book and you fill out the questionnaires and we talk about what principles do you consider most important in your life. We talk about what's your life and where you want to go in life. And this is 100% free, free 99 over here. And it's like, it'll come to your email as a PDF.
Okay.
So once you get through this whole book and you decide, I want more of that. Then I think you're my right fit client.
So
If
how-
you want more of that,
How do they find your book?
my book is connected to my Instagram.
Okay.
You hit the learn more button and you learn more. So that's one of a couple books that'll come out that will be 100% free, and it'll gear you towards my life coaching program.
So plug your Instagram is.
My Instagram is just jazz, and that's spelled JYST _jazz at Instagram.com. If you want to go to my website, which will also plug you back into my book, my free book, as well as my life coaching program, is maximizingpotential.com. And that's max with 2 X's because we're going to maximize potential.
You're not gonna spell the rest of that out though.
If you don't know how to spell maximizing potential, or you can't Google it, you are not my right fit.
I've been like, listen, voice to text, maximize potential.
Why does that sound familiar?
Because I don't spell enough.
That's because this man has the eternal screen name. His screen name is use all the letters of the
You
alphabet.
put all your stage names somehow. Instagram allowed you to do this. Put all your stage names in a one fucking Instagram name. I'm still mad at it. I'll still be looking at it like EX. Fuck. All right. Don't let me follow someone else with EX.
We gotta keep typing.
Yeah.
First of all, it takes forever for me to come up now due to the shadow dance.
Oh yeah.
It does. It takes forever.
See, that's your fault.
We can't take you shit.
Y'all can't. Look, I tag y'all.
I gotta send it to you.
Personally, it's hilarious.
Just repost
Yeah,
it.
Instagram is like no. Metaverse is like no. You can see Kim Kardashian's nipples all day, but his nipples, no.
Case in point, hold the joint up. Chick was bouncing her breast in the camera.
Titty all over the camera. It's a beautiful sight, though. It's a beautiful sight.
She probably Shadow Man too.
No.
Oh, she not?
No.
Oh, okay. Well,
She makes the money. You gotta remember that. All of the people that you see where it's like, I didn't know that Instagram was doing that, but they're either got to deal with their advertising, some type of money is being transferred.
You know, Playboy, they actually had the titties out on the pages. Some of them actually showed up.
look at Playboy being forward.
I mean,
You would know that.
I would.
Look at Playboy.
When they put me in that competition, I had to follow them. I was like, oh, okay. They got the titties out on here. Titties out on here. Okay.
And this is their IG page?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
You're asking some specific questions.
I still don't have a titty.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so they can have a bare boob out, but
I can't even have a towel on with my thigh meat showing.
Right. You know what I'm saying? He can't throw water on his soul. Like Fade.
you trying to do a flash dance. They were, oh,
Hold
that
on.
was too close. That was too close.
What you mean? He said, honey, what you mean you following? Wanted. Who is wanted?
I'm picking you up right now.
Text my good friend Zuckerberg.
I need you to shadow ban this account immediately.
All right.
What's his Facebook name? Don't worry about that. They won't find that.
Don't worry about it, Zuck. You'll just be upset you wasn't wanted.
All right, so another question was, is the life coaching in person or online?
So my life coaching program is completely online.
Okay.
But if you need a VIP coaching, that can definitely be.
Okay. That's good.
So, what do you prefer more, since you're on that subject of online versus in person? Because I know some people, and I guess it all depends on how they feel as a person. But what do you enjoy personally? Like, is it the online or the face-to-face? Or does it depend on each client?
So my 12-week program that I'm rolling out in like 2 months. I'm still working on my tech, but that's for specific problems. And the specific problem that I fix is not knowing your passion and not knowing who you are. So the title of that is self-discovery, and that's what I'm all about. Do you know yourself? And if you don't know yourself, which most people think they know themselves, they know what they like and dislike, do you really know you? Like, have you done the dive into you? So that'll take you through 12 weeks of transforming your life, like around to knowing what you are into and what you're not into. And not like food and stuff, like you should know.
You can finish talking.
Oh,
They want to see the book.
See the book. Somebody wants to see the book.
You can know your triggers, right? So if somebody's talking, do you know what conversations you should stay out of? You know what conversations will make you upset. You know what warnings are for you. And a lot of people don't. That's how you get into stuff at work. That's how you get into stuff with strangers. Because you don't know you enough to know, like, certain stuff is going to bother you. So when you don't do the work, you get blindsided by stuff in life. And that's to get you to who you are, what you want, and what is your actual goal. Not what your mom wants you to do, not what your boyfriend wants, not what your kids need, but what do you need to move forward.
So, what type of professionals normally would you say on average do you get? Like, doctors, lawyers, teachers?
I think medical staff.
That's surprising.
No, I mean, but as a lawyer, right? And this is just my thoughts. As a lawyer, you might have took a dive into you, because when you're on the stand and you got to ask certain questions, you know what if they're bothering you or not. Are you a self-defense lawyer, or are you a defense lawyer, or are you getting people off a death row, or you let people kill people when you get memos? Like, what are you into? So that kind of happens when you're a lawyer. So I don't think I would get those people. I think they would have already done it. But a lot of people, just in general, my right fit client would be somebody who is female. I'm not saying I wouldn't take males, I would. But I feel like at this current juncture, a lot of women haven't done the dive.
Okay.
And I'm not saying men haven't, I'm saying men kind of don't care. And they operate without ever doing the dive. But women seem to have, like, what I think are little ticks fall out, like later on. Like when you meet a woman and she has all this background noise and she yelling at you about stuff you ain't got nothing to do with,
Right.
because she ain't done the work. Because she hasn't fixed those hurts. She don't know where they're coming from. She's triggered when she shouldn't be. So that's who I really would love to help. Black women, young women, because I just feel like most Black women operate on a level of depression, but functional depression.
Okay.
Because we are holding up society at a high level. When you're Black and a woman, you are not allowed to cry. You're not allowed to get angry because you are the angry Black woman. You have to hold brothers down, but you also got to be okay with them dating outside their race. It's a lot of stuff.
Women date outside their race too.
But who date outside their race more? Black men or Black women?
Rich men.
Rich men.
Yeah. That's the rich man.
Rich men can date anybody,
All right,
So do rich women.
for sure. But
That
are you
brings
attracted
us-
to everybody?
So that brings us to the next question. With being a life coach, do you feel it's better to have someone of the same ethnicity as you?
I was gonna say, I think she already answered that.
You don't
Yeah,
have to be the same ethnicity. You can just be female,
Right.
and we can get you where you're trying to go. And I'm not excluding them, because if you're coming with the right energy, we can definitely have this conversation. But a lot of it's hard for a man to want to go that deep,
Okay.
because
I kind of agree.
one of my pages on my life coaching is I want you to write out your obituary now.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
Sheesh. I ain't going yet, Jesus.
And if you don't like what it says now, what are you going to do to fix it?
I think mine's would be good.
And if yours would be dope, then you on the right path.
But I don't want that right
But
now.
if you know how they say survive by, you like what it say? When they say accomplishments, you like what it say? Because I've been at a funeral where they making up stuff, and you like, that's not my cousin such and such. Because they don't have nothing to say, because you ain't did much, right? And not because just because you're young, some people are old and they still don't have nothing to say. He know Jesus. Is that true?
Don't
He
say
know
that,
the
my
Lord.
friend.
Is that true? And is that something that they want to be said, right? So when you write out your obituary and you are fine, you get to really think about what you are leaving behind. What is your legacy? And if you don't have no legacy and you want to leave a legacy, well, now's the time. Because everybody's time clock is different, ticking at a different time.
Right.
None of us know when we're gonna go.
Unless you want that from.
Unless you on death
Unless you
row.
on death row.
Right? No,
You got the time.
You know what time it is. You were
What
like,
you gonna eat before?
for sure.
last thing you want to hear is, "Ooh, look at the time."
Be like, sir, do I really got to go? Like, come on now. Have
Can I
to
get
go
five
first.
minutes? Can I get 5 minutes?
No, but I definitely feel you on both black men not wanting to do the work on themselves, because it's hard to do work on yourself when you gotta just kind of deal with stuff, and that's kind of been your life.
Sure.
So, what I've noticed is this with myself in life. I realized what the trauma was that I had in my life,
Okay.
and I identified that. And the woman said to me, she said, "It's great to know that you can identify the trauma that traumatized you,
Right.
to know how to make yourself better."
And that's a unique trait.
And I fell down a rabbit hole though after that trauma, back to the same trauma at one point. But I got back out, and I was like, "I throw dirt on that. I covered the hole up."
That's
it. But it happens, you know what I mean? It depends on each person is different, but I've learned to know myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've learned to know what's gonna upset me. Also, I can control my feelings.
Sure.
Even if it upsets me, I probably won't see it on my face.
Sure.
I know the
I gotta
biggest,
learn that.
the biggest thing for me was my friends that said it to me. It was like, Twan, you gotta just, you deserve this shit. So, because I'm be serious. Like a lot of times, I just be feeling like I don't deserve this. Like, because it's, you think you do, and you think you've done the work, but sometimes you do the work, and then there's nothing that comes from it in the time that you want it to come from that situation. So now you just like, I wasn't supposed to have it. But like you said, with the, with your coaching and life lesson planning, I could probably, then eventually with more planning and foresight, I can believe that I can do it because it's there. That goal is attainable versus me just being like, oh, it's whatever. Yeah.
Absolutely. For sure.
That's one of those things where part of your self-esteem, and it comes from your upbringing. Because I've met a few women that I've dated, and for whatever reason, I attract folks that had low self-esteem for a while. And after talking with them, it's like, I don't see why you have low self-esteem. And then I had to think about, did the person you were dealing with beforehand notice that and take advantage of it?
For sure.
And it's like, there's certain things that I feel like how Tanya feels. It's like things that might be going so well, then it'll be like, I almost start looking for, all right, so what's been already happening? What's about to fall out of the ceiling? Where's the hole about to open up in the ground? Where's the car coming down the street 1,000,000 miles an hour? And then I almost feel myself slow down instead of maintaining that pace to achieve the goal that I want. So I feel you on that one.
Yeah. I mean, I've definitely humbled myself out of success quite a few times.
Okay.
Which is stupid. That's stupid.
I mean, but sometimes you feel like you kind of feel like you want to have humility, and in that humility, you don't want to spend too much time. But if you look at the definition of humble, it has nothing to do with lowering who you are. You can speak light into who you are without taking it down a notch at all. So I'm the shit for sure. Like, I made that degree happen. I had my 2 kids in high school, and I still made that college degree happen. When people thought I couldn't even make that high school degree happen. So I'm not gonna let nobody tell me, well, that's just, you got your little, people try to, your little, little me.
You got your little car, you got your little house.
Y'all little podcast.
People try to, no, this big me, this big energy, because there's no little here. And everything is through God. You know what I'm saying? It's not even like when people say, oh, you're so pretty. That ain't my compliment. That's God's compliment. I ain't even had no pony in the race.
Are you very religious?
Yes,
Okay.
I am. I'm religious, but I feel like in a spiritual way. Like, I ain't
So you're
going,
so
I ain't going to
do you
stuff it
have a
like-
religion?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I can tell you what I am, but yes, I do.
Okay. Now I just asked because I'm spiritual. I don't believe in religion.
Okay.
But I do believe in a higher power.
Religion is kind of sometimes a construct and not.
Yeah, it's a control mechanism in my opinion.
Okay.
So that's why it's like I believe in a higher power, not just a specific religion. But I asked that because you always bring everything back to God.
Yeah, because whether you are what I am, which is Muslim,
Okay.
or you are Christian, whatever you call God, the universe, whatever you call it, somebody above you is pulling the strings. And if you don't believe somebody above you, I can't imagine what their life looks like. They gotta be lonely to believe he just showed up one day.
No science, no nothing.
Just,
We're here.
We're here.
Yeah.
Right.
Gas is happening, and then we came up. Okay, fine. That's whatever.
You said
But
gas is happening.
yeah, because they say the ocean got oxygen, and then the trees grew. You saw Morgan Freeman on that Netflix joint.
Right.
Right?
It's one of the best narrators in the world.
For sure. If I can get him one day, I promise you.
Just be at peace.
Exactly. But it's like we didn't. Okay, we showed one day. That's fine. But what do you call it? The universe? What do you call it? Jesus? What do you call it? What do you call it? Allah? What do you call it? Buddhism? Whatever you you gel with. God is God is God is God. I don't really
Right.
care how you make it happen with your rituals. But at the same time, you feel it. You feel when you're doing the right thing. You feel when you're on the right path. And you feel it when you're on the wrong path and you're doing some wrong stuff. It's innately in you. Kids know when they're doing wrong, they look back at you. You ain't gotta say something like, they ain't supposed to be over there.
I mean, all. You know what's so funny when you say that? All beings do. Like,
For sure.
yeah, you got dog or cat, and dog knocks him over.
For sure.
I don't know who's in that trash.
Right, the vibe is different. I walk in my house, my dog be like, sometimes he happy to see me. Then sometimes when he on some bullshit,
You got a little
be
dog.
like this. Of course, got a little white dog. That's what you get when you like this.
Yeah. I don't know because my daughter has a dog, but my mom got a dog. I'm just like, I'm tired of walking in this house and this dog is barking every time I go over there. I pull up, all I hear is barking. I go upstairs, you know what he do? He runs under a bed. I go to my grandma's house, he walk on the top of the steps, run the steps. First of all, my grandma's floor is so weird. It just
Oh, you
come here.
Oh, you got
Like a cartoon. Yeah, for sure.
I can't do no little dogs.
Yeah,
I'm
but
too big of a man. I can't do that.
Like, I'm not a pet person. I've lost too many pets. Not even due to negligence, just I didn't even know a cat
You
could
are
get cancer.
traumatized.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
trauma.
yeah, they took me. I didn't even know my cat could get cancer.
That's why I
They were
got
like-
snakes.
And they were like, yeah, it's gonna cost you $1,200 to get a donor cat for the operation.
A donor cat, he signed up.
That's what I was saying. I'm looking at this lady like, donor
What
cat.
the
Like, they get his
How does
license?
that work?
donated their cat for
Like-
science.
Like, after telling her like I don't have the money for it, she's like, well, we can give you some pain medicine for the cat, and it's got X amount of time.
He's in hospice.
And it was like basically, and then literally took the cat home, gave her the medicine. She meowed for a little bit. I went to sleep. She got up, greeted me in the morning. When I left the house, she was like, "Meow." I was like, "All right." And like literally, I came home. Cat walked up to me, looked me in my face, jumped in my lap, and was like, "You know this is it, right? It's been fun." And walked off, walked to her bed.
And the pussy was gone.
Yes. If that's how you want to say it. Yes.
That's wow.
But it tripped me out because it was like the cat wanted to say its final goodbye because it knew it was like, well, look, it's about that time. And it's like,
It's the ninth life.
Yeah.
No more meow mix food.
so it was like between that, I had to give away my turtle. When my folks got married, they had my stepfather had the dog. The dog passed, and I was like, I'm not getting attached to no more animals. And then, of course, now my lady has a dog.
Did you see Pet Cemetery?
Yeah,
That's scary.
I'm not going to that Indian reservation.
at all.
For sure.
Let's bury the cat over here. Not even.
The new one was tight. Y'all saw the new one?
That's
Yeah, I didn't see the.
It was pretty good.
That was frightening.
It was good in a bad way.
That was
If you
frightening.
don't like scary movies, don't watch it.
I'm not a fan of scary movies, but then at the same time, I sit there and watch it like you better not scare me.
No,
Look,
to
I ain't
see
scared.
to see a
You go
to
pee and
see
turn
a
the light on.
4-year-old with the light left out of his eyes and just stand there like you're gonna die next. Like I was like, what?
It was wild.
You can't. I'm sorry.
You know
You
how
can't
frightening
be-
it is? No.
Between this tall, maybe even this tall, and tell me you're going to die next.
I don't.
My
now,
shoes.
you remember
are too
Roger
big for you to
Ruzek?
Tell me.
That's who I'm turning into at that point.
I don't.
Roger Ruzek,
names.
No.
Eagles kicker. 90s.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, because I'm about to say, because like my shoes are too big for me to be feared.
I don't like any being below waist level.
You don't like
Like,
the Yeah, midget.
Or little people as they prefer.
I was gonna do that, but you already said it.
I don't like
Cancel
it.
RC.
It's just really cancel me. It's just too close to too many things that I need, and it's just
You've never seen a midget porno?
I never
Oh, you probably be
saw it.
trying to.
Would you even smash a midget?
I never really thought about it.
I said, would you?
It seems like a lot.
They regular.
I don't need to do that. I feel like I'm fine.
Thick?
I feel like I'm good.
Okay. You belt that thing. I'm telling you.
I know. It's like a toddler.
No.
It's real now. It's real
Not like
now.
a toddler.
It's
No.
not. It's
I've
not.
never seen a toddler with titties.
Right.
In it.
Exactly.
I've seen that. No.
If that's what I'm saying, but that's what I see. It's weird for me.
It's the height. It's the height.
It's the real.
You know we're not tall men, right?
That's fine. But I'm bigger than most people. Maybe I'm average height in the U.S.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are. Average height in the U.S. is like 5'6",
No, it's not.
5'7".
It's 5'9".
Is it 5'9"?
Yes.
They short too.
We're not that tall. That's all I'm
Somebody
telling
5'9" ain't that tall. 3 inches taller than me. Whoop-de-doo. I mean, whoop-de-doo.
you. At least our surgery get done regular.
Yeah, I'm good.
It's not my fault that I'm the height that I am.
That's
not
like,
my
wait,
fault.
there's too much in here. It's not my fault.
The doctor didn't do their job right and had to jerry rig some shit, and I'm like,
Told you we got them C students.
yeah, dog, I believe it.
We got them C
Damn,
students.
C students operating on people.
Everybody ain't graduating medical school with 8. There's some C's in this. Some C minuses. Some barely passes.
Yes, I made it.
Yeah.
Do you know how medical school works? Like picking?
No idea.
So you pick your major, right? And then if you don't get picked, like whatever you pick, like say you pick surgery,
Mhm.
and they don't pick you for surgery, you just go to the next one down, next one down, next one down.
Right?
Right?
Keep going down the ladder.
Yeah.
Oh no,
That makes sense.
So sometimes
it does not make me feel
you get
good.
somebody that is a C student, maybe even a D student, doing some
Stuff they have
yeah.
And that's where medical malpractice comes in.
all the time. All the time. He was like, I didn't know his foot not supposed to go on his face. I didn't know. I thought it was part of his nose.
That is terrible.
Yeah, listen. I know. I went to school for education, and best believe some people I was in class with was like, it's gonna be rough. But we need teachers, and it don't matter. And well, we need teachers, and they gonna just be yelling at the kids.
I look at it as we're gonna need somebody to flip these fries. 'Cause somebody gonna have to do it.
So I can make my own food.
Listen, a lot of people mess up fries. Don't be sleeping on the people.
Dude,
You have a burnt food at home? We all have. Pretty sure.
But it's always that one plate and that one person on the grill. You just like, bowl with no teeth and on the grill. I don't want it.
Because I know he's not gonna steal the food.
That's for sure.
Too much chewing for that guy.
That man he has cooked so well, his teeth are gone. His teeth are gone. He's giving up on life and he just focuses on cooking. That man is one track mind. That's all he do is cook. He don't
So
want
what
no
if-
tennis or nothing.
What if they have a little person in the kitchen?
I'm with it.
Oh, okay.
You okay with that?
I'm with it because they're on a step stool, obviously. I
don't like that thought because
oh,
I ran into women's houses with them high beds. And you really got to get on the steps to get on that bed. I'm like, why is your bed so high? What if I fall?
Listen.
Now I got a concussion because your bed want to sit up 7 feet. I
That's
don't like
part of my
that.
life.
No, that's part of your life. Your feet hang off beds. I'm pretty sure.
No, but I'm talking about that's how she has her bed now. It's like she has to use steps to get in
Exactly.
bed.
Just so you can go sit down regular.
No,
Huh?
I can't sit down.
I was like, what
If I sit on her bed, my feet are like this high off the ground.
So your feet swing on her bed too?
Yes,
You feel like us now, don't you?
yes. I have to ease off the bed. And I gotta look over the edge, like
Is the dog over there? All right, make sure I step on him.
But for good reason, so you don't sprain your ankle when you get down.
And he gonna tear his ACL or something.
I had to get
coming out
around
of
and
bed.
start to get in the bed. I had to get the forearm grip further up. And I was like, baby, come here, help me. I'm tired.
She got the bunk bed ladder on the other side. She get in the bed.
That's hilarious.
Swinging that joint like Spider-Man.
I got one of those small trampolines in the bedroom now. I can't jump too much because I'm gonna hit the ceiling.
It has two purposes.
Oh, the ceiling fan? Why is it on? You one of the people that gotta have the ceiling
No,
fan.
not me. It's not me, sir.
She do.
Has
Give me the blanket. Give me the blanket. Come on.
Has anybody ever requested your services for life planning, essentially, but for a dumb reason?
No, but
Okay.
people sometimes ask me questions and then don't take my advice. To me, that's a dumb reason. You asked me a question, and I gave you solid free advice, and then you went and did something else.
He was more pissed off that it was free.
Yeah, it was free. I tried to help you out when you went the wrong direction. You
So-
told me to double back and tell me I was
One of
right.
the things that I've always remembered once I realized that folks used to come to me a lot for advice, I tell them, what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to tell you what I would do. I'm going to tell you what I would do based off of your situation. But at the end of the day, you're still going to make the choice. So once you make your choice, whether you do what I say or don't do, you will not be coming back to me saying, I did this because, well, you told me. I said, no. You asked me what I would do. And I told you what I would do in your situation. What you're going to do is because you're an adult. I'll put it like this. You've already made your decision. You just came to me to see what I would think.
For sure.
In a lot of situations, that's how it is. Do you think I should do this? They've already decided to do it. They just want to see if someone's going to talk them out of it or agree that they should.
For sure.
So, I would like an example. You gotta say no names, but I want to laugh. And
Boppity bop is kicking in. So before you say that, I have a question about this. So, one of my daughters said they did not want to have sexual relations till they got married.
Okay.
What advice do you think I gave her?
She should try it out.
What else?
What if you never get married?
I ain't bringing that part up.
Oh.
I don't believe in marriage, number one. I don't believe in contracts. What I said to her was, wait, don't wait till you get married to have sex. Your husband's gonna cheat on you. The first thing I said, I was like, plus, you gotta practice first. My friends look at me when I tell them that, and they like, how do you tell your daughter that? And I'm just like,
Because
you have to know about life.
That's going to say.
You gotta know life. And knowing the children that I have, knowing the mothers that they have, knowing myself, I know I'm raising me in a sense, just a lot dumbed down considering the things I've been through in life. But I feel like I give my kids the advice of as a parent and as a person. You know what I mean? I'm like, as a dad, I'm so proud. But as a man, I'm like, have some sense. If I mess with somebody and she never had sex till we get married, I'm gonna cheat because I've already had experiences.
But what if
You're representing this family's name in the bedroom. How do you know he's bad? You better not be bad. How do you know? That's my point. You don't know. You don't know. It's always better out there, no matter what it is. Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, I don't. So, I can give you a conversation I had with somebody. I had a conversation with somebody years ago, and they telling me that they don't want to have sex with this guy that they dating, and they feel like they're not that important because they haven't seen his kids.
Okay.
And I said,
Agreed.
for sure, I would let you see this coochie before I let you see my children. What are you talking about? Because my children are way more important than my physical person. Like, why would you think somebody who you feel like isn't worthy for sexual relations, well, she was not a virgin, would want you to see their children, which you don't feel like they should enter your temple? What are we talking about?
That's what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm sorry. I had a situation. And she
That made you laugh.
It did. It did. You know what? And it just makes me then think to myself.
I had that problem. I can't meet your kids. No, for what?
Because why would, I mean, that's a real serious relationship, but y'all haven't crossed the threshold of sex?
I had a woman tell me she was celibate, but she had an 18-year-old daughter, so that was weird.
So did you tell her if you celibate, I buy a bit?
I did actually. But told me that she was like, no, this is a deeper connection. I was like, we ain't gonna get no deeper than this.
Let me get deep in you. Let's talk about
It was just a weird. I don't know. I felt like because of whatever her past relationships were, she just wanted before. I guess she gave of herself, and not to say that herself wasn't worth it, but I'm saying you've already given up yourself multiple times. What's one more? What's one more to the person that you actually with?
He's like, I'm not just Joe Schmo off the street.
all of a sudden you're not.
You know what he said? He was like,
No more cable and buttons.
He told us.
Twice as many you thought it was. Come on. I'm 2 times.
You cable and cuddle, not cable and coitus.
Nope.
Oh man.
So like sometimes chicks talking to chicks, right?
Right.
Saying stuff like, I'm gonna be a born again virgin. I'm gonna be celibate. I'm gonna stop having sex. I'm gonna wait 60 days. I'm gonna wait all this time. My therapist flat out said, what are you waiting for?
I was about to say the same thing.
Because what's the goal? And if you don't know the goal can't have nothing to do with the outside person. It has nothing to do with you. So that's the time you cheat. When she's celibate, she should have been celibate by herself. She shouldn't have came to you with, I have all these rules and regulations on what I'm going to do for you because you ain't signed for that.
Steve Harvey, dumb shit.
You late.
Don't get me started.
I actually like the Steve Harvey book. Let me tell you why. I did this conversation last time. The Steve Harvey book says this, right? Now, I'm not saying the essence of the book. I read the book.
Right.
I can't speak.
He
He did. When sometimes women don't know where men are in life, right? And you kind of make in your mind what a man is to you. He gonna be my husband. We've been writing our names on the back of books with last names for years. So people scared. Who even taught us that, right? Other girls. Because no man was like, write my name and your name, me in 6th grade. Right? So they came from other chicks, right? So you hear all these stories about if a man pushes you, he likes you. He don't call you back, he likes you. Stupid shit. And we hear it from other women.
Right.
Stuff like, well, he liked you more than he liked his wife because he talked to you more.
I'm gonna call time out right there. He liked you more than he liked his wife. One of the dumbest statements I've ever heard.
But chicks tell other chicks silliness like that.
But men do the same thing.
Yeah.
Men do the same thing.
But here's the thing, right? So, as a woman, Steve Harvey's telling you to slow it down only because you're spending that time finding out who you got in front of you. You got a player in front of you, or you got somebody you can really settle down with. It's not about denying that person your body. It's more about who you have in front of you. But you also got to be the type of woman to attract a certain type of man. If you out here
For the streets.
you're going to get the streets. You out here with low self-esteem, you might get somebody that might be abusive. Or you might get the opposite. You might have fucked up a good man because you wasn't.
So I have a question though. Can a man be a player and a good man?
For sure.
Okay.
For sure. You can be in your player stage and be a great man, but you're
Feel
not.
better about yourself now?
I heard. I was just asking the legit questions because I know y'all was thinking. All right.
I got a question for a friend.
A friend of mine was wondering.
No, because I definitely understand where you're coming from because it's definitely a lot of times women be like, yo, he opened the door for me. Yo, he had sex with me and then look me in my eyes. How can you fuck me like that? And then say we not together. One has nothing to do with the other.
One has nothing to do with the other. But as a woman, you should already know. As a woman, not a girl, as a grown woman, you should already know the difference. Because some people are very sexual, very sensual. They have mastered that art. Eye contact, sensuality, seduction. Just because somebody seduces you don't mean they want to marry you, have your kids, meet your mama. Nobody said that.
You need your own whistle. Every time.
You gotta take the glasses off.
Yeah. Motherfucker, toot.
I can see it.
Motherfucker, toot. Every time. He's like, well,
I'm here.
I do what I can do it. I can do it.
It's like, I can look in the eyes. And
I can cry too. I'll shed a tear quick.
He can do all that. Y'all be watching the Notebook and all that, and that doesn't mean he want to marry you.
I still never seen that movie.
Nobody
Me
has. Nobody likes
Somebody actually bought me that movie. No, it's not like it was in. Somebody bought me that movie.
It's
On my birthday. It's still in the package. in the
It's a
closet.
terribly, tragically toxic movie.
It is, and that's what I heard.
I'll say that. I know he's seen it.
I haven't seen it, but I heard that it
I watched
wasn't
Crazy
quite
Stupid
right.
Love though. Still one of my favorites.
I watched He's Not That Into You. That's one of my favorite
Yes.
movies. They should teach that
Who's in that?
for girls, everybody, their mom.
Mhm.
Ben Affleck.
Okay, I think I've
It's
seen
just
this.
nothing.
It's that book came out. It's like a self-help life coaching book. Nobody read it. The movie came out. I feel like if they taught that in middle school, so much less confusion for where we are as men and
Some
women.
folks aren't mentally ready for it. Hell, some folks aren't mentally ready for
Oh,
it
you
now.
still can't have that conversation.
Yeah, so.
No, I mean, and when you think of like a lot of rom-com, you think of what's the movie called Duff?
I don't think I've seen that.
Okay, so basically, a Duff is essentially the unattractive friend, but is approachable to other people. So everybody got one of those people in the group that's not unattractive, but they're not the most attractive,
Okay.
and that's the go between you and the person they want. That's the Duff.
Mm.
So they the bridge.
So there are male Duffs and there are female Duffs.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. But everybody has them.
So wait, talking about stuff like that, you ever heard of a two-man?
Who?
A two-man.
No.
So it's a kid thing, right? And they say it's not a double date. So it's not a double date, right? It's pretty much it's the same thing we had when it's bring a friend, because bring a friend from my friend. But they say it's not a double date. It's just so somebody get their cheeks clapped. And I was like, so y'all just calling it a two-man? Same thing we did back in the
Just
day.
didn't give it a name.
Yeah, now they just gave it a name.
Huh. That's unnecessary.
I was just like,
That's unnecessary now. I need a definition for that.
it was weird.
It's weird. It's really weird.
Had a conversation with a kid. It's like, yeah, we did a two-man. Two-man. It's
For-
not a double
Oh,
date.
that sounds something. That sounds like.
It didn't sound like what I thought it was.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. It sounded like something totally different. You said a two-man.
That's what I was thinking. And
I was
But you
wondering
know
down,
what's
I was like,
crazy? For a generation that don't like labels, they be having a lot of labels.
They
Facts.
should. They do.
Huh.
They got labels, letters, numbers. It's just confusion.
That's what I'm doing.
It's so confusing. My kids are tired of it. Like, seriously. My kids are tired of it. And I'm like, y'all growing up in this. I'm sorry. Couldn't have had y'all any earlier.
Yeah.
I could have, but I didn't. So,
Words don't mean the same thing as they
No.
once meant. He was like woke. I was like, not really. And then it was like, you're not really woke. Yeah. And then I've never heard the word colonizer so many times in my life. And I just
they saying they can't even spell it.
For sure,
that
you
part.
can't spell it, 'cause it shouldn't
They
be spelled like
spell
that.
a kernel with a K.
For sure, for sure.
no.
And on that note, 20, if you would do the honors.
All right, guys. I am 22 times of More You Can Handle podcast. I want to thank Ladder 15 for once again having us here at their bar. And I also want to thank our sponsors, Misunderstood Clothing Brand. Look at us. Question mark. Question mark. You don't know what you're getting. Something.
First of all, they're getting something good. Shirt you feel kind of good.
I don't hold the shirt for great.
Yo, it was heavy as hell.
This should have dropped it. I'm working out in this shirt after this. Work out.
I am JT the comedian, also known as one of the best exotic entertainer. Mr. Strip to steal your girl, but I make her laugh first.
This guy. If you don't know now, you know it's your boy RC. And like I said, voted most likely to turn your girl upside down, blow in a cooler box, and play it like bagpipes. And our guests, could you let the folks know where they can find you at? And also about your wonderful life coaching, career coaching booklet and questionnaires.
My Instagram is just jazz. It's spelled JYST_jazz. And you can hit the learn more button. It'll take you to my book. Or you can go to my website, which is Maximizing Potential with 2 X's. And that'll take you to my phone number for a free consultation if that's what you want to do.
And is she tagged in here?
Yeah.
And she's tagged. So go ahead and click our page, follow her, and see what you can learn about yourself. Thank you for joining us for the More Than You Can Handle podcast.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Oh, we appreciate having you.
And thank you for remembering us, Jokes and quotes, look at that.
Look at this,
It all circles back.
man. Like a
We good
boomerang.
people.
All right,
I
y'all.
got a boomerang in the house too.
And on
My
that
brother on my
note,
show.
until next time, we'll holler at y'all.
Oh, get off the stage.
Oh shit. Let me go pay this water bill though. I was holding it for a minute. Drinking water all day. My brother, before y'all pulled up, my brother called me and was like, yeah. So the microwave, first he started with the microwave and ovens off.